What's up, YTPC? This is DSG Pipe Smoker with another pipe smoking video, and today I am doing a tobacco review on Margate. Margate, as many of you know, is an Esoterica blend. It is a full English blend. I almost said heavy English blend, but maybe by their standards it is. I didn't really find it to be all that heavy, but I'll get into the smoking mechanics later. The blend, like I mentioned before, is an English blend. It consists of Latakia, Orientals, and Virginia. So with that introduction out of the way, let's get right into the aroma and the appearance. It's smoky right up front. There's a little bit of that earthiness in the background too. And a little bit of a sour note as well. As far as the appearance goes, it's a good 50-50 mix of some dark black tobacco and some of the lighter yellow, brownish hued Orientals in Virginia, as you can see there. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, it is a shag cut. It's a very fine cut shag cut. If I can get the lid back on it, we can move on with the review here. Alright. So, like I said, it's a shag cut tobacco. It's got some dark appearances to it because of the Latakia, but there's also evidently some Orientals and some Virginias in there. You could definitely see the components really well. As far as the smoking mechanics go, this blend came a little bit on the wet side. You noticed that when I did my weekend pipe chat, and I did it, or I smoked it for the first time in this pipe. Had a hard time keeping it lit, and I imagined it was because of the moisture content. I was correct on that. About 5 minutes dry time, and this tobacco smoked amazingly well. Packs extremely well. You could overpack it even, because of the nature of shag cut. That being said, it also lights extremely well, stays lit well, and if you had to, you could relight this very easily. The ash burnt down to a very light gray, very fine white, or not white, very fine light gray color that I could still get a match or a lighter through. So I didn't really have to de-ash my pipe. The body, now, again, this blend is listed as being kind of a full English blend. I suppose that's by Esoterica's standard, but my personal standard for English blends when it comes to whether or not it's a full blend or just a medium full blend, I use Nightcap. Nightcap to me rides that line between medium full and full. And this was like just behind Nightcap in fullness. So I would say that this blend is definitely a medium full blend, though I suppose your mileage may vary. A lot of people don't really consider this to be a heavy English blend, unless they're used to, you know, some of the lighter stuff like the Frogmorton series. With that being said, medium full body, medium-ish flavor, I would say. Very smooth, very well-rounded, very balanced. Had a very aged feel to the flavor profile. No nicotine to it, or maybe not a whole lot. I consider myself to be pretty average when it comes to nicotine tolerance. Absolutely no tongue bite to this blend whatsoever. Did get some moisture issues as I was smoking it. Again, if I didn't dry it out. If I did dry it out, I didn't get any whatsoever. Burn time was about average, which was kind of surprising because usually in a shag cut burns, I mean like that, especially if it's super dry. This actually burns fairly slow for a shag cut, though about average for most pipe tobacco. Most pipe tobacco is going to be somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes in an average bowl. This was about 35-ish. You could definitely make it last a little bit longer too if you try to pace yourself. As far as the pipe preferences, because of the sample size that I got, which I did get from Berg, thank you again, Berg. I'm thoroughly enjoying the blends that you sent me. So I tried it in, like I said, I didn't get to try it in very many pipes, but these are the pipes I did try it in. My P3 Bulldog, my No Name Estate custom built lookalike, and my Savory Pot. Now, of the three, these two smoked it the best. This pipe smoked it the best out of the whole bunch, which is not surprising for an English blend. That's pretty typical. My Savory Pot brought out more of the Latakia. It definitely made the blend a fuller body, and the Latakia didn't really die out until the last third. This pipe, the Latakia, started to die out about, if you look at my weekend pipe chat, I think it was about 8 minutes in. Started to die down a little bit, never died down completely. And the other pipes the same way. The Latakia pretty much stayed around. But overall, the blend smoked really well in this pipe. Got a little bit of an interesting smoke out of this pipe right here. But I'll get into that with the flavor profile. Overall, in general, at least in the Latakia pipes, which is what I would recommend smoking this in, is a pipe that you have dedicated to Latakia. Something that's going to bring out that smokiness a little bit better, while still allowing the other components and tobaccos to get lit, and you can taste the tobacco smoke through those other components. In pipes like those, the smokiness, like I said, stuck around. It was at its fullest on the very first few lights, the false light and the true light. The smoky wasn't really this, campfire, heavy, young tobacco kind of smokiness. Had a little bit of a savory note to it. It was definitely smoky, but it was very smooth, like I mentioned, like it had been aged, basically. The other components seem to have been, and this is throughout the bowl, though these components did pick up a little bit towards the bottom of the bowl, especially in this custom built, or not custom built, this custom built lookalike. But the other components were kind of this sweet, what did I write down here? So it was sweet, sour, little bit of earthiness, and a little bit of spiciness too. Unlike most English tobaccos, I didn't get a whole lot of spiciness through the retrohale. What I got mostly through the retrohale was the Latakia. But overall, very smooth, very balanced. The Latakia definitely was the forefront in those pipes. In this pipe, like I said, it was kind of a different story, but I kind of predicted that because of my experience with smoking English blends or Balkan blends in pipes like these. This has more of a conical shape to it. You can see by the drastic change, or maybe you can. I can see it on my end, but I don't know if it'll show up when I upload the video. But it's definitely got a conical bowl to it. In this pipe, for the first third, it was about the same as it was in the other English pipes. And then the Latakia died off to pretty much half strength the second third. And the sour note really started to pick up. The earthiness pretty much stayed the same, and the spiciness was real fleeting. Once I got to the last third and all the way down to the bottom, the smokiness completely died off in this pipe, and it was a sweet, sour smoke with very, very light and fleeting, sort of randomly dispersed spiciness through this pipe. So this pipe almost made it kind of like a light Balkan blend, or maybe more of an Oriental forward blend. But it was a very interesting smoke. Like I said, it had a very smooth, aged feel to it. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really like this tobacco. I would put it at number 3 on my list as of the recording of this video in terms of my top 3 English pipe tobaccos, under Nightcap and 965. If it was more readily available, it would easily beat out Nightcap because of just the quality of smoke. It would have a hard time beating out 965, but it would definitely give it a run for its money, and there would be times that I would smoke this over 965. The thing that I really like about 965 is the fact that I can smoke it pretty much year-round. You know, most English blends, especially the heavier Latakia blends, like the ones that have, 65% plus Latakia, those are awesome in the wintertime and in the late fall when things are getting cold and you kind of want to be reminded of a fireplace. But the summertime, I'm usually craving something sweeter, and I know a lot of you guys do as well. And 965 has the best of both worlds. 965 has a nice, sweet, floral note to it, but it also has a heavy enough Latakia to back up that sweet floral note, or those sweet floral notes, that you can smoke that blend pretty much year-round, because you're getting the best of both worlds, like I said. But this blend is excellent. I can see why people seek it out, and once again, I would like to thank Berg for sending me this tobacco, and the other Esoterica blends, and some other tobaccos that I hadn't gotten to try yet. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review. I am going to take a break from pipe smoking, starting Monday. Not too long, nothing too crazy, just I want to take a little bit of a break from smoking a pipe. Just give myself time to recover a little bit before I start reviewing the next tobacco. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to review this pipe. This is the Nording Freehand Signature pipe that I won off of a contest from Amy MC. I'm trying to remember what that was what her channel used to be called. Now it's called, like, Pipe Practices and Pitfalls, or Pipe Pitfalls and Pratfalls. That's what it is. So, Amy, I'm going to review this pipe, which I've been thoroughly enjoying, next, and when I'm ready to get back into smoking again. I thought I had it out. I did not. 1 second. Okay, I got it now. So after I get done reviewing the pipe, and like I said, when I get back into smoking pipes, here again over the next 3 or 4 days, probably going to start up again sometime Thursday or Friday, I'm going to start smoking this blend, and I'm going to do a review on it. This is, let me orient it correctly here, Stonehaven. So, again, I hope you enjoyed the review. This has been DSG Pipe Smoker with another pipe smoking video. You guys have a good day.